2027 five-star Monshun Sales has committed to Indiana over the usual suspects. This is, quite frankly, new for all of us. Let's unpack what's going on here and how Indiana has further tightened its grip on college football. All that's coming up after the bumper. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Did you expect Indiana native Monshun Sales to commit to Indiana over LSU, Ohio State, Texas, and Alabama? This is a harbinger of things to come. This is the message heard round the nation. Curt Cignetti is no longer just building through the transfer portal, and frankly hasn't been since he got to Indiana, according to some Hoosier fans. But this one will ring out because Indiana was able to not just retain in-state talent, but the best player at his position in the class, a top 15 recruit, a consensus five-star, and some serious ability at 6'5", 210, against what have been wide receiver factories in the 2010s and 2020s. LSU, need I look any further than 2019? Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors. Again, that's just since 2019. Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jamison Williams. Again, that's just Ryan Williams. That's just since 2017. Looking at Ohio State on the best run of wide receiver development, perhaps in the history of the sport. We could see 6 or even 7 consecutive years of an Ohio State receiver drafted in the first round. And since 2021, it's been real difficult to deal with them. Think about it from this standpoint. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Ibuka, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. And that's before I get up to Jeremiah Smith, right? Or what Chris Henry might do. But Curt Cignetti going to keep one of his own in state and adding to what has already turned into the best college football program in the country is no small thing here, guys. I can't even begin to tell you how much this one excites me, right? Not just because you're keeping somebody out from Texas. It's also because it's proof that with the right coach, the right attitude, you can turn your program into a world beater within the Power Four. I'm not prepared to say that Boise State could turn into Indiana or UNLV could turn into Indiana. But if you play at a Power Four institution where the television distribution revenue is high enough to help you offset some of the cost of going to get this prodigious talent, you can do it. Purdue, I'm looking directly at you. Mississippi State, I'm looking directly at you. Think about what you want for your university and what it would mean for a guy like Monshun Sales to go on a huge show like Pat McAfee's and tell the world that he is coming to your school. And also, you have activated what is already the largest living alumni base in all of college football at Indiana. They went from being the losingest program in the sport through the middle of last season to the best program in the sport by some margin. The first program to go 16-0 since the 19th century. A program that had reached the college football playoff both years that Curt Cignetti has been head coach, and its losses are to the best teams in college football, right? Ohio State, Notre Dame. Then they come back around and say, actually, no, we'd prefer not to lose to anybody this year, including Ohio State, who they beat in the Big Ten championship, and then ran roughshod through the college football playoff, over Alabama's dead body, over Oregon's dead body, over Miami's dead body, straight to the national championship with the Heisman Trophy winner and number 1 pick at quarterback. Knowing that you get to add a guy like Monshun Sales to what is already developing into a pretty damn good wide receiver core also invites more of your interior and trench warfare players to come alongside. Everybody always wants to know who the quarterback is going to be so they can build around him. That's my only real question going forward for Indiana after Josh Hoover this year is what are they going to do? I realize they got people on the depth chart, but we've also seen Curt Cignetti go into the transfer portal for all 3 of his starting quarterbacks, and they've only given him 1 year, and it's been working. It's been good. Meanwhile, when you look at a guy like Monshun Sales and you look at how he was recruited and how this all went down, I'm also asking this question, honestly. Does it really matter what the legacy and pedigree of the school is? I don't think so anymore. I don't think that the players, especially when I talk to them, believe that because Ohio State has been good for years, they should go there, or LSU, or Alabama, or Texas. They look around and say, who's been good the last couple of years? And then who can offer me the best deal? Notre Dame has come on huge in its recruiting because it's been right there the last couple of years, having played in the national championship game in 2024 and just narrowly missing the college football playoff in 2025, right? Miami is coming quite a long way very quickly. The what have you done for me latelys of college football are cleaning up and recruiting in a manner that many would have thought just impossible in the early 1990s or even the early 2000s. If you were a 5-star player in Indianapolis proper, going to Lawrence North, like Monshun Sales is, you probably end up at Indiana or you probably end up at Notre Dame rather than Indiana. You probably end up at Ohio State rather than Indiana. You probably end up at Michigan rather than Indiana. And the days of parents really pulling the lever of, no, you're going to patronize the school that I have raised you to love is gone too. Chris Spielman's father let him go to a visit in Michigan, came back saying, I think I want to go to Michigan. Dude's from Ohio, was raised an Ohio State fan. His daddy said, nope, you traitor. You're going to Ohio State. I put up with this for enough. I let you have fun with this. And now you're talking nonsense. You're going to the Buckeyes. I don't think you're going to see that anymore. I think parents are looking at it going, I don't know. That deal at Indiana looks pretty good. And Curt Cignetti has done a pretty damn good job of winning. And do you not want to join a program that wins as opposed to a program that might win? That's the thing that you also get to sell to a player like Monshun Sales. For the rest of college football, this is an invitation to step your game up. This is an invitation for you to look around and say, okay, the game has changed. We can no longer depend on our pedigree to bring us the talent that we want out of high school. We have to be able to win at a very high level, and then we can go get that talent. That's why Lane Kiffin has the job at LSU. That's why they're selling out to try to win the national championship this year. They see things like this happening. Meanwhile, if you are in the Big Ten and you've seen this, Ohio State, Michigan, it doesn't happen to you all that often, right? So maybe you're not panicking. But I think there's reason for you to start questioning your methods if a guy like this can end up at Indiana after just 2 years of Indiana being good. And really, we don't have anything to tell us they're going to keep being good except what we've seen from Signetti, who has gone everywhere and won, right? From Elon to James Madison, or IUP to James Madison to Indiana, where he has even admitted he was pissed at just how much people thought they were going to suck in that first year. He's going, I don't suck. Why would we suck? Well, this place tends to cloak you in sucking. And he goes, nah, not me. That's not what we're going to be. That's not who we're going to be about. We are going to create great habits, and our habits are going to create us. And he's been working, man. It's been remarkable to see. It's been really cool to see. And now, for an Indiana fan, you got to be having the best time of your life. I mean that. Like, I realize y'all got a basketball pedigree, but there is nothing in the world like knowing that you have the best football team in America, and it's only getting better. This is how Alabama fans felt for like damn near 10 years. You know, this is how Georgia felt 2021, 2022. You know, like it be like that sometimes. I'm glad you're getting to enjoy this. Monshun Sales going to Indiana. Goodness me.